Hello everyone, and welcome to Sherlock Holmes, The Vacant. I'll be in front. I have never played any Sherlock games. This is the first game I'm gonna play. The only reason I'm playing it because it has something to do with H.P. Lovecraft's work, and I'm really into that, so I'm gonna play it.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Holy shit, is Sherlock that pretentious in the books? 'Cause I just remember the Cumberpatch character from the Sherlock show. Because this is, yes. Okay, I'll do skip. Whoa, that is amazing. Alright, so what is this? Oh, come on, calm down, buddy.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
I see. London Advertiser, September 28, 1882. Tension between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps. During the recent visit to London by Swedish princess, I'm not gonna bother. Chief among the scandals was embarrassment of the British diplomat corps as a result of unexplained disappearance. The prince's personal bodyguard, long-time member of Inner Circle, took opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night prominence. A spokesperson for the police assures the advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether it's by his peer at the gentleman club or fair nightingales who comfort them. I see.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
Really? Oh, what's that?
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Okay, he is pretentious as all hell. Anyway, do I grab? No? Alright, interactable, nice. So, casebook, yes. Oh, I can choose clothing for my character. The classics or whatever I was wearing just now. I like this one. Nope, never. I don't like that. Mustache. Ho 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 ho. Oh, Watson. I don't know why I need that. Anyway, I shouldn't be wasting that much time. Watson brought in the morning's post, but the strand is missing. He disposed of it entering the building because pages were soiled. There is still a chance it might be found in the dustbin. Okay, I see. Among our morning delivery is the book for Watson. It was from Mr. Barnes, the bookseller, who prefers to do deliveries himself. Attached to the books is a Barnes business card, which includes the address of the store just around the corner. Anyway, can we leave now? Okay, come on, Watson. Where's the dustbin? Alright, it's raining today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? I do not care. I seriously do not care. Alright, calm down, game. Calm down. Breathe in, breathe out. Anyway, so this is what, Century London? Can I interact with you? No, I cannot. Alright, so dustbin. Is that the dustbin? What's that thing?
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Okay.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Why is that madness? And where am I running?
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
But you were saying
The
you
man
had
is
some.
still here.
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Okay. Okay.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Damn.
can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Oh,
Never
Mr.
heard of a
Barnes.
well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises.
Okay, so it might be just Mr. Barnes.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
Yeah, that is your purpose. So he dug down. You got new question in your mind palace. Open the casebook with C to navigate to the mind palace. Yeah, about the mind palace. That's not the palace I was thinking about. Alright, who ruined the Strand? Book from Barn, cactus spine, potentially poisoned. How are you gonna tell? Documented testimonies. What did I do? Barnes, a local bookseller, ruined the newspaper. Mr. Barnes is involved in the crime scheme. The newspaper says suspicious man was carrying a stack of books. This morning, Mr. Barnes and the local bookseller delivered the novel for Dr. Watson. Cactus spine for assassination. A loud bang of visit to Mr. Barnes in order. Very well. Sure. Cool. Now I will take the hat. I like bigger without the hat. The man has a charm. Nope, no glasses.
on now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand.
Just around the corner, huh? I'm here? Is that it? Lock and key shop. Farmer Fresh. Ah, Barnes. Okay, found it. Hello, sir.
Do you even have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
What a strange thing to ask of a person. But oh well. Mr. Barnes, I need your compliance in this case. Really? Okay. Ink. Okay. That what what's in the he does, huh? Bags under the eye effect of overwork. Okay, there must be more that I can notice. What's that thing? Leans heavily on the right leg, sore left leg. How are you noticing that? Hold on. Are you not creating half of that shit up? High heels. Wants to look taller. Okay, it wants to look taller. So like Mr. Barnes has developed a limp and has a large bag under his eyes, the result of long hours of intense work. He is not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hand suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. Why do I want to blame the blackmail the victim? Mr. Barnes has large bag under his eyes as a result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears a high heel to look taller, stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Mr. Barnes is being threatened by someone might be involved in a plot against me. No? God, no. Might just be overworking. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with workaholic. Okay, correct reported Mr. Barnes.
Mr. Barnes, a word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Wait, what? Just what?
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
What? What's going on?
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're
Well-
asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Maybe I took the wrong decision. I should have portrayed him as
The
a
ladder was
murderer.
broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Wait, a wood has freshness? Okay, now what I want to do. Oh,
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
yeah, dogs are more important than
I
man.
could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Alright. A catalog of exotic plants on Barnes' counter. The name of catalog reads Everlasting Plant for Everlasting Love. Suspicious. Not gonna lie.
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Okay. What does that conclude? If I may so ask myself. Anything else here? Nope. I don't think I can. Alright. What else do I have here to interact? Oh wait, I can just talk to
Hans
Holmes.
has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Ah, I do suspect that too, my friend. This game is just an excuse to talk in old English. I mean, British English. Alright, what you got? Oh, interesting.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Wait, what? No, I don't get that. What did I just... Wait, what?
The finest view London has to offer.
Damn! I didn't know he was like that. Yeah, I think romance with Sherlock has been a plot in his books. Like him understanding the world of love or some shit, I don't know.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
Alright, I'm done here. What did I pick out? Nothing. Nothing important.
Think.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Flowers? Ah, flowers!
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses.
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Ah,
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
do you not want to talk about the needles?
That's what I found in my dustbin.
Ah, somebody is trying to poison you, Sherlock.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Oh, I want to observe her, alright. In a not a creepy way. Let's see. Beauty or concealment, wearing makeup. I think that's pretty wrong to judge, Sherlock. Honoring deceased husband. Ah, widow, I see. Ah, yes. Stop it. God damn it. You can stop. Clean boots. Change shoes upon arrival. Did I miss something? What did I miss? Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Luxury fabric, unusual for work attire. Maybe she is waiting to go somewhere. Avoid eye contact or distracted. Okay. Mrs. Fleming uses makeup to hide her tear-stained cheeks. Her dress is made of an expensive fabric that is not suitable for outside work. Her shoes show no traces of mud. She must have just changed them when she arrived. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in the memory of her late husband. Her gaze is always staring off into the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Taken as a whole, one must conclude Mr. Fleming is still reeling from her tragic loss. Mr. Fleming wears a mourning brooch in the memory of her late husband. Her dress is made of expensive fabric. Wait a minute. Her eyes constantly dart around streets, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone. While Mr. Fleming cherishes the memory of her late departed husband, she is trying to move on as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's attention or simply because she learned to love herself again. Distant look, change shoe upon arrival for the beauty or concealment. That is weird. Why is she dressed? Still grieving. I would say she's still grieving. Yep.
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh, no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
Was
A
I
lesson
wrong?
we all learn, one way or another.
I guess I was. Provide evidence. Evidence for what?
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Okay.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Oh. So this cactus might not be hers. Fan claims she doesn't know how the cactus appeared on a display. She went for a break. When she came back, it was there. Reveal the specialist roles.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Can I just go through everything?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how?
Oh.
I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for
Oh,
me?
Mr. Bard is
Seems
still
likely,
young.
does it not?
Oh. I hope you're right.
Sammy says she knows nothing about the dead flowers, but hopes the banquet is for her.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
The catalog of
Are
exotic
you
plants.
sure you're asking?
Oh,
me?
catalog of
I'm
exotic
just a
plants.
flower seller.
Okay, so many points are pointing towards that. A potential romance between Mr. Barnes and Mrs. Fleming.
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes, no, not really.
Oh,
Well,
she has
in a
moved
way.
on.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached.
A dog
But
for
since
an
then,
excuse to meet
we've
the
never
young
spoken.
widow.
I often see him staring through the shop window.
I have no idea why I said
Sometimes
young.
I wonder what he thinks
Just to
about
make
that
it clear.
with such longing onto his face.
Damn. Damn, son. Calm down, woman. I get it. Alright. Why am I done? I want to ask more questions. Alright. Roses for sale. Cactus crackpot. Ah, yes. Totally. Oh, got it. Ah, yeah, even I picked that out. Barnes display a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mr. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into the shop and give him a watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of her desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalog on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes a symbol of internal love, since the catalog presents this cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand outside of 21 Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. I see. Ah. Interesting. Now what? Strand is still missing though.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Yeah, Barnes, I know about your disgrace. Come here, boy.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable.
Holy hell.
You are her secret admirer.
Damn. Oh, damn, something dropped behind the door.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
I mean, she knows it.
All right, then.
Yeah, no, against Sherlock, you better just hide yourself.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I know what to do. This isn't really my area. What?
I have neither the experience nor the interest in navigating the finer sex and their peculiarities. Do what you will.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Alright. Solve petrol explosion rock stocks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night, with the loud bangs and a thick red smoke disturbing the peace. The merchants disturbing the peace. A merchant ship Moscova had docked at the pier N3 in early evening en route to Europe when it was rocked by several concisive explosions. The port authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if the crew members were on the board at the same time. The eyewitness reports seeing a saltpetre leaking into the river, but with an area still off limit to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is London. There will always be burglaries. It doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Alright. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah.
Not much further now.
No shit. Large mansion. Steinwick's Manor.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony, then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Alright. So, where does he live? Okay, can you
Tell
describe
me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand.
Ah,
Biggest
yes.
man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
That is a very suspicious thing to say. Also, it feels like two universes are colliding. Because, except Sherlock, everything else seen from an H.P. Lovecraft book. With the names and nothing else. I don't want to point out anything. Where does he live?
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Alright. Alright. When did he vanish?
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Ah, I see.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Why is the cabbage important?
Did Kimahir make off with
What is
anything
Watson doing behind me?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Okay, can
Are you
I...
still here?
No, can I look at him? No, I cannot. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Woof. Run, baby, run, Sherlock. Why is there a headless statue? Wait, what? Ah. What is that thing?
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots. Chewing tobacco.
What else? What about this thing? Oh! Ah, Q. I forgot about
Looks
that.
like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Alright, shut up. With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Q to see the imagination notes. Okay. Alright. Was he smoking or was he eating? Oh, that's all, I guess.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Okay. Don't know how that's weird, but okay. So this is a shack. Alright. Come on, Sherlock.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Wait, what? That's suspicious, not gonna lie.
A small navy spyglass.
Alright. I got a spyglass. Construct. Yeah, sure, I will construct it. How am I constructing it? No, I don't think I can construct here anything. Oh yeah, so no green circles appearing. But I did get a lot of things here. Someone spat chewing tobacco in the corner of the garden. Behind the shed, someone had been chewing tobacco, sure. Back door to the Captain's Sturwood garden has an unusual lock. Appears to be that key should be bent to the right. Alright, the dock incident. Yeah, sure about that. I don't know why. Unrelevant. Couple of things I can look at.
No air coming through it. Is this a Taniwha, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Alright.
Either way, it's giving me chills.
What's that thing? Oh, it's a flute.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Did I took it? Alright. It seems I can not construct anything right now.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
I don't know, man. The guy is very suspicious, isn't he?
A scrap of Hessian.
A scrap. Okay.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Wait, so he was assaulted, right? Now I can do it. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Interesting. So he fell.
No air coming through it.
Oh, I did not. Okay, my bad.
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
What is that thing? Is it a potato?
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Oh. The guy was doing drugs, huh?
The ashes are long since cold.
Alright. So somebody gave him a potato which was filled with opium? Or that he was doing drugs? One of two things.
As one of my few clients, please try to remain courteous.
Do I talk to him now? Alright. Let's see.
Are you joking? Why would I know this?
Okay.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimihir?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimihir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
Okay.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Okay, very stern, I see.
Are you joking? Why would I know this? No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimmy here's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Do you happen to know Kimihir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Oh, I see. Interesting, interesting, very interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, so that man dropped his spyglass over here. I see. Oh. Okay, I still have not found the second clue with this one. Oh. A clue.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Hold on, Watson, get out of my sight. Oh, I see.
Is this a Tanifa?
No,
a Maori
stop.
water spirit? Or something else?
So that happened. If anything is confusing this game's control is gonna be one of them on the top of it. Because I have learned that pinning is a thing. Because if you pin an evidence and then you press the control key, you can now zoom at the evidence. Ah yes, a key is missing. Is that all that I need to look at? Yep, that was seen. Next is this one. There are fresh parallel tracks in the garden, but what could have left them? So I think there it is. Okay. You're telling me it could have been him. But why though? Alright, I think I'm still on this one. Oh, there it is. Moldy, broken, not recently used. There's a broken old card in the garden which is likely to have been used recently. Yeah, no, I could have guessed that. So it's not that thing that has been used. A pile of logs fallen. Logs near the shack are in shambles as if someone had dropped them.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Alright. So we are looking for a cart? Alright. Alright.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
Okay. Good for me. So I see the controls are what's gonna kill me in this game. But I will try my best. Hopefully it won't do that again.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
Okay.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Oh, damn.
Captain, you are so addled by delusions of competency that you miss the blindingly obvious. Without the assistance of others, you are utterly incapable. Kimahir endured your nonsense far longer than I will.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that.
No, you are an asshole. Shut up.
hope
I
you'll
hate
return
you.
soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's gonna be my brevity, asshole. Bastard. Who the hell does he think he is? I'm gonna knock his teeth in. I just hope there's a payoff in the end and I can see Cthulhu for once. Well, actually, I'm just gonna go inside that shack and I'm gonna leave it all here. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye, everyone.